So report your attendance right now, then we will start. Okay, fine. Okay, so we will start right now. I will just share my screen. Okay, please confirm whether it is visible or not. Okay, all right. Ayush. Okay, so it is visible to everyone. Here is your textbook. So guys, in the last lecture we started your fourth lesson, that is exogenetic processes part second. Okay, part first already we have studied as a third lesson. Okay, chapter third. Chapter 3 is about the exogenetic processes, part 1. Okay, so this is part 2 of exogenetic processes. So basically we have seen very much in this. We have seen what are different factors that are responsible for the wearing of Earth's surface. Okay, also we have seen that what are different factors that are responsible for the erosion of Earth's surface. What are different factors? So these factors are like running water, glaciers. Okay, running water means river work. Okay, wind is there, sea waves at the coast of sea. Also, the groundwater is there. So they also do the work of erosion. Also, transportation and deposition work is done. Okay, because of all these factors and agents. So in that we started to study about the first agent that is responsible for the erosion of the earth's surface. Okay, erosion of land, erosion of mountain, okay, etc. So in that we have seen how rivers are responsible for the erosion, and also they are responsible for the formation of new landforms. Okay, how rivers are responsible. So in that we studied what is the definition of river, what is called as a river here. Okay, so river, how river is formed here, everything is given. All right, now the slope of land. Okay, volume of water flowing in the river and the length of the flow, volume of the sediments in the river, etc. Factors, okay, are the factors on which the erosional, transportational, and depositional work of a river depends. Okay, so basically we studied that river water is one of the factor or one of the agent which is responsible for the erosion of the erosion of the earth's surface. So this capacity of river water, okay, to erode a surface, to make the erosion of earth's surface, is depends on different things. It is depends on the how much is the water in the river, what is the speed of that water, how much volume of the sediments in that water. Okay, so basically on these factors, the erosional work of the river, transportational and the depositional work of the river is different. So in that we studied erosional work of the river, how erosional work river of the river takes place, and what is the result of this erosional work. So erosional work, what happens? It leads to formation of gorges or canyons and V-shaped valleys, also the waterfalls. So these are the results of erosional work of a river. Okay, because river makes its way through a crack of the mountain. Okay, and day by day, year by year, if the water is flowing through that, obviously the erosion of that takes place. Okay, wear out of this surface takes place, and valley is formed over there. Also a v-shaped valley or v-shaped, yes, v-shaped valleys also form there, waterfalls are there. Okay, after that we studied transportational work and depositional work by the river. Okay, first is erosion, second is transportation, and third one is deposition. Basically, because of the erosion, what happens, there are many eroded material, that is the sediments. Okay, it is inside the river water, and in the transportation process all this eroded material is transported, and in the deposition process what happens, all this eroded sediments, okay, they are transported and deposited at specific place where it is possible to river. Okay, so what happens because of this, because of this triangular shape uh, depositional work is occur over there, and the triangular shape is called as a alluvial fan. Okay, so guys, see here, mindering of the river. What is the mindering of river? We have seen that, basically see here, minders, it bends often in its way. River is bent over here, and that is called as a mindering of the river. Canyon are formed because of erosional work of the river. Okay, after that we studied what is flood leaves, okay, lives and flood plains. फ्लड लेव्हल्स मीन्स पूर पातळी मराठीमध्ये त्याला म्हटलं जातं. इट इज कॉल्ड एज पूर पातळी किंवा बाढ़ की जो एक लेवल होती है उसे कहते हैं फ्लड लाइव्स एंड फ्लड प्लेन्स. फ्लड प्लेन्स आर फॉर्म बिकॉज ऑफ द डिपोजिशन ऑफ sediments, deposition of soil that is brought in the water of the river, and it is deposited outside the river bank. So it is nothing but the flood plains. All right. Also, delta. What is delta? We have seen. I have shown you this delta in the Google Earth. I think on the Earth's map. I have shown you. Okay. So up to now, guys, we have completed. Alluvial fan is there. Flood lives and flood plains are here. How delta is formed? See here. You can easily see here how delta is formed. See, river is coming from this direction. That is from the west direction. It is coming to east. Here is the Bay of Bengal, and here are the delta river, delta region. So guys, this was the revision of the last topic. Okay, so is it clear to everyone, or anybody having any doubt in the last topics, previous topics? Okay, so we are good to go for further study. Okay, so the first, okay, something happened, guys. 1 minute. Just wait. Okay, fine. So guys, see here, all these things we have studied. Now we will see the second agent that is responsible for the erosion of earth surface, wear out of the earth surface, is glacier. Okay, as we have seen erosion work, deposition work and transportation work of river, likewise we will see everything for the glaciers. Basically glaciers are found, okay, in a region where there is a snowfall. or in a mountainous region. Okay, so let me clear. Is it visible to everyone? Textbook, guys. Okay, fine. See here, in regions where temperature are generally below freezing point, precipitation is in the form of snowfall. Okay, guys. We know there are some regions in on Earth. Okay, Earth surface there are some region where the temperature is below freezing point at that region. So because of that, what happens? Precipitation is in the form of rain of snowfall. So in the region, in our region, can anybody tell me what is the form of precipitation in our area? In our area, what is the form of precipitation? So we have seen the temperature where it is very low, the below the freezing point, it is rainfall. The precipitation form is rainfall. So what is in other places? Okay, where the temperature is normal temperature. What is the type of precipitation? Do you know, guys? Do you know anything about it? Yes, Vishal, can you say? Okay. Okay. So basically, precipitation in the form of rain, obviously. Okay, it is very easy. So in the cold region, the precipitation is in the form of snowfall, and where the temperature is a general temperature or a common temperature, okay, or above the freezing point temperature, the snowfall is in the sorry, the precipitation is in the form of rain. Okay, is it clear to everyone? Yes, anybody having any doubt here? Okay. So the regions where the temperature is below the freezing point, at that region, the precipitation is in the form of snowfall. Layers of snow accumulate on the Earth's surface because of snowfall. Okay, what happens if today some rainfall, snowfall occurred again? That snowfall is getting freezed. Okay, after that, what happens? Again, after some time, snowfall starts. So layer by layer are formed or accumulated. Okay, on the Earth's surface because of this snowfall. The heavy weight of these overlaying layers makes the snow move along the slope. So what happens because of this? We know if there is very high weight of the snow on the surface, what will happen? It will start to move, okay, towards the slope. It will start to travel towards the slope, along the slope. It will move along the slope. At the base of the layer, the snow start melting because of the friction and pressure from above. Okay, guys. So we know there are layer on layer, okay, on each other, and there is some snow above the layers, above this base. So basically, this snow from the base starts moving along the slope. So when it is started moving, there is a friction between them, and because of that, what happens? We know if there is a friction, temperature increases. Okay, and because of that, what happens? Because of the friction and the pressure, the snow starts melting. Glacier starts moving slowly along the slope. So because of this, what happens? The glacier starts moving slowly along with the slope. ये जो ग्लेशियर बना है, ओके, ये भी स्लोप के साथ धीरे धीरे आगे खिसकता रहता है. Okay, so guys, you got it. How layer of the snow are accumulated because of the snowfall? How it creates the pressure layer on layer each other, and it start to move along the slope. Along the slope, when it starts, there is a friction between base and the snow, and there is an increase in the temperature. Because of this, snow start melting. Along with that, that glacier, which is layer on layer, layer on layer, that is also starts moving towards the slope. Anybody having any doubt here? You have to understand this phenomena. Okay, you have to imagine this phenomena. Okay, Vishal, Ayush. Okay, Vishal, Ayush. All right. So glacier starts moving slowly along with slope. Like the river, glaciers to carry out the work of erosion. After erosion, there are material. Okay, wear out material, weathered material over there, and it also transports. Glaciers transport that material, and also they deposit that material to somewhere where it is favorable condition. Now, one by one, we will see how erosion work occur because of the glaciers, how the transportation of the eroded material and the deposition of this eroded material, what are different landforms are that are formed because of this. So let's see. Erosion work by glaciers. Okay. Erosion work by glaciers. Though its velocity is less, the mass of the ice is more, and hence the glacier erodes its own banks and its bed on the large scale. As we know that there is a very big, very large size of this glacier. Means we have studied that layer on layer is forming because of the snowfall, and once all the snowfall occurred, okay, everything, so many layers are formed one by one on each other. Okay, and because of that what happens, they become a single entity. ओके वो आपस में चिपक जाते हैं और उससे एक अलग ही बर्फ का एक प्रकार है, वी कैन से एक ब्लॉक तैयार होता है बहुत बड़ा, उसे ग्लेशियर कहते हैं. ओके, वो ग्लेशियर क्या करता है, खिसकता रहता है टुवर्ड्स द स्लोप अलोंग विद द स्लोप बट विथ लेस स्पीड. We know its speed is less because but it is very large, and because of that it exerts the pressure on the mountain, on the below surface, also on the banks of that particular river. Okay, so because of that erosional work of the glaciers produces landforms like cirque, okay, artists, horns, U-shaped valleys, hanging valleys, and roche mountains, means ship backs. Okay, basically you can see cirque and horn. You can easily see cirque. Cirque is like that, horn is like here. So these are different landforms that are formed because of erosion of the erosion work by the glaciers. ग्लेशियर की वजह से जो झीज होगी, जो इरोजन होगा माउंटेन का किसी जगह का, तो उससे क्या फॉर्म होगा, सर्क्यूज. सर्क्यूज आर हियर. हॉर्न लाइक स्ट्रक्चर इज आल्सो फॉर्म्ड. हॉर्न मींस जो सिंग होता है, ओके, गाय का, बैल का, उस प्रकार का शेप. ओके, उसके बाद क्या होता है, यू शेप्ड हैंगिंग वैली. See here, U-shaped valley, because its surface is like a U shape. It is not a V. V is formed because of the water. U is formed because of snowfall or the glaciers. Also, lateral and medial moraines. Moraines, we can say. Drum lines. Okay, Rocky Mountains. Okay, Rocky Mountains, we can say. You can easily see these are all the pictures. It shows hanging valleys like this. See here, it is like a hanging valley. And last one is the eskers. Guys, these are the work of the erosion because of the Erosional work of the glaciers. When glaciers start to move slowly, it has very large weight, very high weight, very big weight, very big size. Because of that, different types of landforms are formed like medieval moraine, okay, drumlins, rocky mountains, eskers, hanging valley, U-shaped valleys, work and horns. Okay, so guys, these are different landforms that are formed because of the इरोजनल वर्क ऑफ द ग्लेशियर. अभी इरोजनल वर्क के बाद क्या होगा, वो इरोडेड जो मटेरियल उसका ट्रांसपोर्टेशन होगा ग्लेशियर से. ओके, एंड वो जो ट्रांसपोर्टेड मटेरियल है उसका क्या होगा, डिपोजिशन. अब डिपोजिशन होगा तो क्या हुआ, एक जगह का मटेरियल, द मटेरियल फ्रॉम वन प्लेस is transported to another place and it is deposited, which means new landform is formed because of this depositional process. So the glaciers carry sediments with them. Okay guys, glaciers carry sediments with them. So guys, do you understand this particular erosional work because of the glaciers? Okay, so anybody having any doubt here? Vishal, if there are many people but nobody is answering. Ayush Mehta, Ayush Goyaji, Vinit Patil, Vaishnavi Ghatkar, Vedant Sitaram. Are you listening to me? Hello? Okay, Vishal and Ayush, apart from you, there are many people still. 2 to 3 people are there. Vedant and Vaishnavi Ghatkar. Vinit Patil is there. Are you there, Vinit? Okay. So your response is also important, guys. So do you understand the work of erosional work of the glacier? What are different landforms that are formed? Cirque is there, horn is there, U-shaped valley are there. Okay, moraines are there. We have seen the pictures of it. After the lecture, you go in the textbook, open the textbook, and you can again see the pictures of that. Okay, now we will see transportation and deposition by the glaciers. The glaciers carry sediments with them. Okay, guys, do you know what is sediment? Who can tell me what is sediments? What are the sediments? What is the meaning of sediment? Okay, one Vishal is saying rocks. Anybody else? I am waiting for your response, your answer, your reply. Okay, I don't know. So basically, I have told you many times, after the erosion, there are rock particles, there are different soil material is there, okay, mineral material is there. So all these eroded material are called as sediments. Okay, अपनी नदी में जो कुछ बह कर आता है, okay, whether it is sand, whether it is rock particles, whether it is soil, minerals, different things are there. So all these things are called as sediments. Got it? Nobody asked me, okay, what is sediments? I thought all of you know about it. Yes, Vedant, Vaishnavi, Vinith. So is it clear about sediments? Okay. So glaciers carry sediments with them. उसके साथ जो पत्थर होगा, जो क्या होगा, रॉक का पार्टिकल होगा, कुछ सॉइल होगी, कुछ सैंड होगी. So this is the sediment. Okay, these sediments are carried by the glaciers. These sediments are called moraines. Okay, ये जो sediments कहते हैं हम उसको moraines कहा जाता है. When it comes to the glaciers, with respect to glacier, it is called as moraine. Just remember this word. Okay, depending on location of deposits, moraines can be divided into four types. अब ये मोरेन जो है, ये सेडिमेंट जो है, ये क्या होंगे, जहाँ फेवरेबल कंडीशंस तैयार होगी वहां पर ये ऑलरेडी डिपॉजिट हो जाएगी ऑटोमेटिकली विद द ग्लेशियर मूवमेंट ऑफ द ग्लेशियर. ओके, सो देयर आर सम रीजन्स वेयर दिस सेडिमेंट्स कैन बी और मोरेन्स कैन बी डिपॉजिटेड. So based upon this region where it is located, where it is deposited, there are four types of the moraines. What are these? Ground moraines, lateral moraines, medial moraines and terminal moraines. Now ground moraines means it is on the ground. Medial moraines means terminals means at the last. Okay, so let's see this figure. Moraines and their types. Here you can see the flow of the river. Okay, so here the depositional work of these sediments can be occur. See here lateral moraine. Lateral means on the river bank, on the glacier's bank, on the bed of that. जब किसी वैली से, किसी जगह से अगर वो जो ग्लेशियर है, जो बर्फ का लेयर है, स्नो का लेयर है, वो अगर मूव होता है, नीचे 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 आ जाता है, तो उसके साथ क्या होता है, कुछ सेडिमेंट से वो डिपॉजिट हो जाते हैं उसके दोनों तरफ. उसे कहते हैं लैटरल सेडिमेंट्स. अगर सेंटर में हो जाएंगे किसी एक जगह पे तो उसे कहते हैं मिडियल. मिडियल मीन्स एट द मिडल सेंटर. एंड terminals means if these sediments are deposited at the last of that particular glacier, way of that particular glacier, then it is called as a terminal. Terminal means at the last, final. So guys, you got it. What is the moraine? Moraine is one of the landform or a deposition of the sediments. Okay, around its way, in its way. There are four types based upon the region where it is deposited. If that sediments or the moraines are deposited at two sides of that particular river bank or glacier bank, then it is called as a lateral. Okay, if it is at the middle, it is called as the medial. If it is at the terminal position, it is called as terminal work, terminal moraine. So anybody having any doubt here? Okay, Ayush. Four types are which are four types? Ground moraine, lateral moraine. Okay. Medial moraine and terminal moraine. These are the four types. Now you can see. Okay, see. So it can be divided into four types: ground moraine, lateral, and last one is the terminal moraine. Observe figure 4.2. Here is the 4.2. Depositional work of the glacier produces landforms like drumline and eskers. ओके, ये जो एस्कर्स आप देख रहे हैं, ये ड्रम लाइन जो आप देख रहे हैं, ये किसकी वजह से फॉर्म होता है? ये ड्रम लाइन ये होता है ग्लेशियर की मूवमेंट की वजह से, जो इरोजन होता है और उसके बाद जो सेडिमेंट्स आते हैं वो डिपॉजिट होकर जाते हैं, उस डिपॉजिट की वजह से उसे कहते हैं ड्रम लाइन्स, ड्रमलिन. So also eskers are also formed because of this depositional work. Roche mountainous mountains. See here B, figure B is ground moraine. Okay, here is a glacier. Direction of the glacier movement here is given with the arrow, and all the depositional material, sediments that is present in this glacier direction, they are deposited on the ground. That's why it is called as the ground moraine. Here are the photos of that hanging valley, V-shaped, U-shaped valley, eskers, etc., etc. Where you can see work by glacier in India? Can you tell me in India where you see the work of glaciers? Okay, work by glaciers in India. Can anybody tell me? In India, where is the depositional, transportational, and erosional work of the glaciers takes place in India? Any region? Can you tell me? Kashmir is one is Vishal Singh Kashmir. Anybody else? Hello. Okay, Uttarakhand. You can simply say the Himalaya. Okay, the Himalayan range. At that place, you can say that the work by glaciers takes place. Is it clear to everyone? Okay, okay. Okay, Vaishnavi, Vishal, Ayush, everyone. Now, guys, we will directly move to the next agent. Okay, the next agent which is responsible for the erosion work of the earth's surface. First, we have seen river. What river does? River erodes the surface. Okay, river, because of the river water, surface is eroded. Okay, also that material is transported, sediments, all that weathered rocks, they are transported and they are deposited at some place. We have seen about that. After that, same for the glaciers. How glaciers are formed, what is the work for them, etc., etc. So you got it, guys, up to now, till now. Okay, good. Now the next agent is wind. Okay, so work of a wind and the landforms produced. Okay, ये तीसरा एजेंट है, इसके बारे में हम देखेंगे. See, you have learned earlier that the movement of air is called as wind. Okay, एयर की जो मूवमेंट होती है एटमॉस्फेयर में उसे कहते हैं एयर. सॉरी, उसे कहते हैं विंड. द मूवमेंट ऑफ एयर उसे कहते हैं विंड. हवा एक हवा म्हणजे वेगळी, एयर म्हणजे हवा. ओके, अँड विंड म्हणजे वारा. If there is a movement to this air, it is called as a wind. Wind is a gaseous agent of erosion. Okay, wind means air means gas. The erosional, transportational, and depositional work of wind is more prominent in deserts and semi-arid region. Semi-arid region. अभी ये विंड की वजह से जो इरोजन होता है, जो लैंडफॉर्म ट्रांसपोर्टेशन वर्क होता है, जो डिपोजिशनल वर्क होता है, वो जो ज्यादातर कहाँ होता है? इन द डेजर्ट्स एंड अराइड रीजन्स. मतलब जो कहीं ड्राई एरिया होता है. ओके, और जो डेजर्ट का एरिया होता है वहां पर ये मिलते हैं. बिकॉज ऑफ द हाई टेम्परेचर देर इज वेरी हाई विंड ओवर देयर. ओके, windy atmosphere is there, and along with that wind there is a सैंड, रेती बोलते हैं उसे हम। ओके, वहां पर क्ले होती है, रेती होती है, और वो रेती हवा की वजह से उड़ती रहती है, उसका इरोजन होता रहता है किसी प्लेस का। उसके बाद वो जो रेती होती है एक जगह से दूसरी जगह वो विंड की वजह से जाती है, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन होता है, और वो कहीं पर जाकर वो सेटल हो जाती है, वो डिपॉजिट हो जाती है, उससे कहते हैं डिपोजिशनल वर्क। ओके गाइस, so as a mechanical weathering occurs on large scale here, powdered rock and sand spread over a large area. So guys, we know there is no water, there is no chemical process, there is no moisture present in the desert or the arid region. Because of that, only mechanical weathering of the rock takes place over there. No chemical weathering, no biological weathering. Also, there is no weathering because of the moisture, water, etc. Only chemical weathering takes place because of the heat, because of the wind. All right. So it is takes place on the large scale, and because of that, powdered rock and sand, all these things are spread over a large area. एक बड़ी एरिया पर, बड़े क्षेत्र पर ये जो रॉक का वेदर होके जो उसका पाउडर बनता है, ओके, दिस इज स्प्रेड ऑल ओवर द लार्ज एरिया. There is hardly any obstacle in the transportational work of the wind. We know in desert areas there are no any tree, there is nothing to stop wind, to become an obstacle to wind. Because of that, there is no any obstacle, there is no any obstruction, you can say, for the movement of the or the transportation work of the wind. Whatever the sediments it is taking with it, it can go too far away. There is hardly any obstacle, मतलब बहुत कम obstacles होते हैं in the transportation work of the wind. Sand particles also get transported along with the wind, and they are carried over longer distances and get deposited where the speed of the wind reduces. देखिए, अगर एक जगह से हवा शुरू होती है, ओके, तो उसकी वजह से क्या होता है, उसके साथ जो पाउडरी फॉर्म है रॉक का, जो सैंड है वो बहती जाती है, और देर इज नो रीजन ऑफ ट्री, नो फॉरेस्ट ओवर देयर. That's why there is no obstacle to the wind flow. And all these rock material, sediment materials, they can travel, they can transport it to a long distance far away. And they can carry out over the large distances and get deposited. And at some places, what happens? The speed of the wind get reduced. And because of this, whatever the sediments, whatever the rock material is present, whatever the sand is present in that air that is being transported, it get deposited at some places where the speed of the wind reduces. Okay, here, see here, reduces. In this way, the wind does the work of erosion, transportation and deposition. आपको ये पता होना चाहिए इन शॉर्ट, कैसे कैसे इरोजन होता है, कैसे ट्रांसपोर्टेशन होता है, और उसके बाद कैसे डिपोजिशन वर्क होता है. ओके, ये आपने देखा पहले रिवर वाटर के लिए, उसके बाद ग्लेशियर के लिए, अब हम विंड के लिए देख रहे हैं. नाउ वी विल सी द इरोजनल वर्क ऑफ अ विंड. विंड की वजह से इरोजन कैसा होता है वो हम देखेंगे. क्लियर? इरोजनल वर्क ऑफ विंड. Guys, just wait for a minute. Am I audible to everyone? Okay, 1 minute. Okay, so anybody having any doubt here? What is wind? How the transportation work is taking place, etc., etc. What type of weathering taking place in the desert and arid regions? Okay, good, nice. Okay, now see erosional work of the wind. Wind carries small sand particles. जो धूल मिट्टी होती है, सैंड के पार्टिकल होते हैं छोटे, वो विंड के साथ कैरी आउट होते हैं. Okay, also small sand particles, small pebbles, etc. Along with it, these particles cause erosion along the rocks coming in the way due to friction. Okay, this leads to formation of mushroom rocks, deflation hollows, and yardangs. Okay, yardangs. So because of this erosion, what we can say, अगर मिट्टी के साथ sorry किसी wind के साथ, we know in desert area the speed of the wind is also very high, and along with this speed, if there is a some material with it like small sand particle, small rock particles, okay, what happens, they get bombarded on the rocks that is present on the mountains that are present in their path, in their way, and because of that friction takes place and wearing of that particular rock taking place for year by year, thousands of year, okay, and because of that erosion of this particular rocks takes place, and because of this what formation of mushroom rocks takes place. What happens, it results to formation of mushroom rocks, also depletion hollows, okay, let it, and yardings. Now you can see yardings over here, yardangs. What is here, soft rock, hard rock, soft rock, hard rock. What happens here, whatever the soft rock is present over there, it will get eroded very fast, and because of that such a type of shape of that rock is formed. Hard rock remains as it is, they are not eroded very much, but soft rock is totally vanished from that particular place, and that place is get hollow. Okay, yardangs. Mushroom rocks are formed because of erosional work. Erosion means झीज होना, उसका जो झीज होता है, कट करके बम्बार्डिंग की वजह से वो छोटा छोटा थोड़ा थोड़ा गिर जाता है नीचे, और उसका डिपोजिशन नीचे हो जाता है, और उसके वजह से मशरूम trees are formed or mushroom rocks are formed. Okay guys, so you got it. Am I audible to everyone? Is it everything clear to you people? Okay, so you got it. Ayush, Metha, what about Vishal? What about Vaishnavi, Vedant, Vinith? Okay guys. So we just studied the erosional work of wind. Now we will study depositional work of winds. अब जो ये eroded मटेरियल है, जो विंड अपने साथ लेकर चलता है, कैरी आउट करता है, कैरी करता है अपने साथ, वो कहीं पर जाकर डिपॉजिट होगा, क्योंकि कहीं तो विंड की स्पीड कम हो जाएगी, रिड्यूस हो जाएगी, तो वो अपने साथ वो सैंड पार्टिकल्स होंगे, वो कैरी आउट नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि स्पीड कम हो जाए, और वो वहीं पर वो डिपॉजिट कर देते हैं, वहीं पर वो प्रेसिपिटेट कर देती है. Sand particles that blow with the wind are of different shape and sizes. Okay, sand particles that blow with the wind are different shapes and sizes. Okay, सैंड की जो पार्टिकल्स है वो अलग अलग साइज शेप के होते हैं जो विंड के साथ कैरी आउट होते हैं. Those particles which are very fine are carried over long distances. Now see, those who are very lightweight, those who are very fine, small, it will be carry out very long distance at very long distance because its weight is low. But there is a coarse sand, there is sand with large particles, big particles. Okay, so they get transported to shorter distance only. Okay, those which are heavy one, those which are having higher weight, larger size, they will be carried out at shorter distances. Okay, than the fine particles or small particles. As a result, sorry. Okay, these sand particles get deposited in deserts and semi-arid climates. Now see, these coarse sand particles, these big sand particles, they get deposited in the semi-arid and the desert region. As a result, specific landforms are formed. उसकी वजह से क्या होगा, मिट्टी का ढेर बन जाएगा, सैंड का एक ढेर बन जाएगा, उससे कहते हैं लैंडफॉर्म्स, उसे क्या कहते हैं, सैंड ड्यून्स. ओके, बार्चियंस, सेफ्स, ripple marks, etc. Also, Loess plain, etc. are formed by wind deposition. अभी जो हमने नाम पढ़े, these are the names for different types of landforms. ओके, अगर इस टाइप का लैंडफॉर्म फॉर्म होगा उसे कहते हैं मशरूम क्लाउड. अगर ये सैंड ड्यून होगा उसे कहते हैं सैंडोंग, और बर्चन इज लाइक दिस, वो उस प्रकार दिखता है. आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पर मिट्टी आगे आगे जा रही है और डिपॉजिट हुई. उसके बाद रिपल मार्क्स मतलब क्या, ये जो आप लाइनें देख रहे हैं ना इधर, ऑल दीज आर द रिपल मार्क. ओके, अगर हम पानी में अगर कुछ एक पत्थर फेंके तो क्या होगा, वो रिपल्स आते हैं, उस पे वेव्स क्रिएट होती है. उसी प्रकार के रिपल्स यहाँ पर भी फॉर्म होते हैं, आप देख सकते हैं. सो गाइस, यू गॉट इट. Okay, anybody having any doubt here? Vedant, Vinit, Vaishnavi. Okay, guys, good. Okay, so try to understand the various landforms produced by the work of winds with the help of your teachers. Okay, so how we can understand here, you can easily see this is a mushroom type. Okay, this is the sand dune, ripple marks, safe, right? Safe are formed. See here, safes are formed. Sand mounds we can say. These are also formed because of this depositional work. Also, after that, there is a yardangs. Yardangs means there is a soft place inside these regions, and because of continuous work, this soft is get wear out. Soft rocks are getting wear out, and its place get empty. Only hard rock is present over there. These are the structures, landforms that are formed because of the depositional work or the erosion work of the river. Now this is Hamada. I don't know what is actually it is. This is Hamada called as. You can see the region over here. Desert area is there. Nothing is there. Okay guys, अभी हमने क्या देखा, विंड की वजह से लैंडफॉर्म कैसे प्रोड्यूस होते हैं, विंड की वजह से इरोजनल वर्क कैसा होता है, और विंड की वजह से डिपोजिशन एंड ट्रांसपोर्टेशन वर्क कैसा होता है, वो हमने देखा. तो उसकी वजह से लैंडफॉर्म कौन कौन से तैयार होते हैं ये भी हमने देखा. अभी नेक्स्ट है work of sea waves and the landforms. Now see, first of all we have seen a river, after that glaciers, after that wind. Now the next agent is sea water. I hope you got the idea about it. Now the next topic is work of the seawater. Okay guys, is it clear to everyone till now? Okay. Any doubt here? Okay, Vishal. Anybody else? All right, good. Abhi guys, this part I think we have to see this part in the next lecture, okay? But you can see this figure over here 4.4 landforms at sea coast. Now see, here is the ocean, here is the sea. And because of sea water, we know sea water can go here. What are different landforms are formed? Sea cave, sea cliff, wave cut platform, sea arc, sea stack. These are different landforms that are formed because of the erosional work of the sea waves and also depositional work of the sea waves. Okay, and with the help of a teacher, you have to understand, try to understand various landform produced by the work of sea waves. सी वजह से वेव्स की वजह से जो कुछ लैंडफॉर्म फॉर्म हो गए उसके ये टाइप्स है. ओके, so guys, this will we will study in the next lecture. Okay, till now I think it is over for today, and you can we can conclude today's session over here. Okay, I hope it was informative to you. It was properly you understand it properly. Okay, so goodbye, good night to everyone, and take care. You can leave the class now, friends.